it's Janet, and today I'm going to bake two cakes. I call them my weight loss cakes because I've lost about 25 pounds, and it's mostly due to eating these cakes every day. One is going to be a blueberry apple, and the other is going to be sweet potato, pear, and prune. 2 pears, 2 apples, 2 sweet potatoes, and some frozen blueberries that have been rinsed and are thawing. Eggs, lots of eggs. And I keep most of my baking supplies in this tub, so I don't have to go dig them out of the cabinets every time I bake, because I bake this cake about once a week. My pans are buttered and floured. My dry ingredients are flax seeds that I'm going to grind, oat bran, whole wheat flour, some cinnamon that I'm also going to grind, whole raw almonds, brown sugar maybe, salt, and that's probably going to be it. This is my baking soda with a piece of onion stuck to the side. Some nuts, which I used to keep my nuts in the fridge, but because I go through them so quickly, I don't anymore. Vanilla, ginger, stevia, poppy seeds. I make this in a lemon poppy seed variety also, and of course some unsweetened coconut, almond extract, cornstarch, because I make my own baking powder, because baking powder goes flat, it absorbs moisture from the air, and it doesn't work very well. So that's what I keep in my baking box. I have 10 egg whites and 5 whole eggs. And in this bowl, I have shredded 2 apples into about a cup, 3/4 of a cup of water, with 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and the juice of a whole lemon. I grind the almonds in my little coffee grinder. I also grind my flax seeds in my little coffee grinder. I have 1/2 cup of white unbleached flour, 1/2 cup of organic whole wheat flour, 1 cup and 1/3 of oat bran, 1 cup and 1/3 of freshly ground almonds, and about a 1/3 of a cup of freshly ground flax seeds. I'm going to add a couple of glugs of olive oil to my fruit. I've made the baking powder, 2 tablespoons of baking soda, 2 tablespoons of cream of tartar, and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. 1 cup of the evil ingredient, which would be white sugar. 1 teaspoon of bitter stevia, and 1/2 tablespoon of ground ginger. And I'm going to put a teaspoon of almond extract in my... I've mixed my egg mixture in with my shredded apples, water, vinegar, and lemon juice. And now I'm going to mix 4 vitamin C capsules in with my flour mixture. Vitamin C gives it a little bit more rising power, and it's good for you. I'm going to mix my dry mixture with my wet mixture, and then I'm going to mix in my blueberries, put it in my pan, and put it in the oven. think I may have gotten a bit too many blueberries. Oh my goodness, it's going to come out of the bowl. Oh my gosh. I have my oven at 375, but I'm going to turn it down to 350. This is cake number 2, and the dry ingredients are the same, except I'm putting in 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar instead of white. This is 2 medium-sized sweet potatoes that I have shredded and put into some water with 5 tablespoons of vinegar. The vinegar is actually not a flavorant per se, but it's a flavor enhancer. You don't taste the vinegar, but it gives it just a little bit of 5 whole eggs and 10 egg whites. I'm going to put in some pure vanilla and some blackstrap molasses. And in here I have just ground up some fresh cinnamon. And if you don't get this kind of cinnamon, this is the real cinnamon. It's Ceylon cinnamon. It doesn't come from China. It's not the cassia. Oh, and it's sweet and it tastes good. And I've mixed it with a little bit of maple syrup and water and brown sugar, and I'm going to drizzle that on my cake. Now I'm going to shred these 2 nice ripe pears in with my sweet potatoes and mix in the eggs, maybe a little more water. I'm going to mix it with my dry ingredients and put it in the pan and cook. This is my shredded sweet potato and chopped pears with my egg mixture, vinegar and water, about 4 tablespoons of blackstrap molasses, and vanilla extract. And I'm going to mix that with my dry ingredients, put it in my pan, drizzle some cinnamon syrup that I've made over it, and put it in the oven. My cakes are done, and here they are. Sweet potato pear, apple blueberry, fresh warm cake, and cold milk. What could be better? They're so good. Look at the blueberries. So good and so healthy.